we haven't done any giveaways. Let's do a giveaway. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, okay? That was 12,000. I now got more than I started with. Remember, Phil, when I said I wasn't gonna put a camera in your face? Remember when I said that? I was lying. Look at you, though, doubling up. Look at that smile. Show the people. And they laugh at me and the hands I play. Look at this guy, right?
We ready. Who ready? We ready. Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? We ready. Been ready. I waited. My turn. On God. Hell steady. I keep dropping back to back. I keep going.
Morning, buddy. Time for your GABA. We gotta give him this twice a day. GABA Pam. Here we go, buddy. This is how we do it. We pull on your little thing here, and you go, good boy. That's a good boy. Drink your pain meds. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'll tell you about that in a sec. Morning, everybody. Little morning routine. That's part of it. Little Rocky twice a day. He gets a little dose of Gabapan. Gabapan is like a painkiller for puppies or dogs. And it's because, I don't know, how long it's been now, a year and a half, maybe 2, I'm not sure. But he had, all of a sudden his back was just arched completely. You know, like this big bow, and it used to be flat. And he was having some pain, trouble walking. I could always tell because he'd go in the bathroom, whatever. We took him to the vet, of course, and they said he slipped a disc or whatever, right? And they found out he has like slip disc disease, which is partly why we have the doggy ramps. Look, I'll show you over here. You got 1 doggy ramp, 2 doggy ramps, 3 doggy ramps. Now here's the problem. When he takes his Gabapam, he feels good. When he feels good, he starts jumping and not even worrying about it. And then sometimes, one time, or just the other day, he came off this thing and jumped off here. And that's not good because he shouldn't be jumping at all. When he first had his first flare-up, he was like sort of not really allowed to move or walk or stuff like that for a bit. But he's a trooper. We also give him once a day. What the hell am I doing here? I'm trying to get, this is my key to my door and I'm all messed up in my neck now. Once a day we give him a product called, or a thing called Medicam. Medicam is in the afternoon. And then I give him these little joint treats that's supposed to be helping his joints and stuff. We give that to both of them because why not? It's healthy. It's good for them. What did I do? Okay, so this chain, I'm just figuring this out. Okay, what is going on here? I tried to figure out a longer one to put on my neck because what's, hold on. Okay, because what happens is like when I go to the door, before I had it up here and I'm like bending over to open the door. This is how I open my door right here. So we're gonna put that away. Okay, so what did I tell you? Gabapam, blah, blah, blah. He takes Medicam. Apollo, he takes a different medication. He takes one, which I don't know. Rocky doesn't seem to need it, but we'll see. The trachea issue. You know, there's this like other drug. Because little dogs, they have trachea issues. Their little thing. That's what happened to my mom's dog, Foxy. And that's why she had to get put down. But yeah, Apollo has that. You know, in the morning, you're like choking on and stuff like that. This stuff, we give him half of one every 3 days. And it's helped immensely. He's still, I mean, occasionally they're still going to do that noise, but it's very rare. So, all right, let's go with, I went to Whole Foods last night on the way in, on the way home. Picked up some other fun stuff. Let's see what we got here. What am I going to have for breakfast? I mean, it doesn't look all that good, but this is my own. I make these. This is just overnight oats. And we're going to put blueberry. Why not? Let's go with blueberries. Why not? That. I mean, there we go. We got the blueberries over here. This fridge is pretty cool because that's the fridge on one side. And then over here is your big ass, badass freezer. All the things. And apparently, some of you told me that these expired. And that's funny because, are these ones expired too? Where did you guys see that? Expired? I don't know. Whatever. Bread. The fuck. Amanda would freak. If something's, she's like, I'm the opposite, you know. If something says, oh, expires, you know, May 16th. She's like, oh, it's May 15th. It almost expired. We can't eat it. Can't drink it. I'm like, whatever. What year does it say? That's what I say. May 16th of what year? So yeah, we're different on that. I don't know. Which side of the fence are you guys on with the expiration dates? Because here's the thing. It's a bit of a scam. You know that, right? It's like a suggestion. You know, they want you to keep buying shit. So they, oh yeah, expired. Get some new shit, you know? But anyway, all right. It's, what time is it? 10:50. Nice. Plan today, as of right now, have breakfast, have an espresso, feed the puppies, take a shower, get dressed, head down around, we'll see. And then we're not gonna like worry about, oh, be right at 2, you know, like 2:15, whatever. I'm gonna leave when I feel ready. But the plan right now is to go to be there on time. The other thing we did this morning, or last night when I got home, Whole Foods, and then I went into this is so stupid, my light stim bed. I think the last time I called it a stim light bed 7 times. Stim light bed, stim light, stim light, dim light, stim light, dim light bed, dim light bed. It's a light stim bed. If you want a light stim bed, check it out. That's a light stim bed. They're not cheap, but you can get the face stuff. It's good for your skin and whatnot. But I got the whole bed. It's good for everything. Inflammation, blah, 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 this and that, all the health things. So yeah, it's called light stim, not stim light. How did I do that 7 times? Anyway, that's it. Blueberries. Fancy schmancy, containers, classy. All right, let's take a look at outfit of the day. From the top, we got a GG Poker hoodie. It's a little thinner. You got to represent somehow GG, whether it's the hat and shirt, something like that. Let people know where the largest online poker site in the world is. That's GG Poker. Partner, World Series of Poker, let's go. All right, then we got the cashmere blue sweats. So that means we got to go with a Merce. We got to bring the Merce out. And then these shoes here, these are not her fine. These are mine. I like these. They're cheap. They're not expensive. They're not like the fancy schmancy. They're called Creative Rex. They make a whole bunch of really cool shoes. Like I see right behind this wall, I got like these bad boys right here. They're Creative Rex. And then she didn't let me put this in the fancy closet. I got to put this in the freaking welfare closet, as she calls it. All right, and then you got some whatever's up there. But yeah, I like Creative Rec. Okay, so when a box like this arrives at your door, you know what you can make these, I mean, I'm guessing, taking a wild one here, there'll be some GG gear in here. Let's take a look. Okay, I know what this is. This is definitely GG gear, but it's kind of a secret sort of thing. I should put it on at some point, but I'm not even, okay, whatever. It's a slick, tailored, black and red. Oh yeah, there's a suit in there. Ha! That's gonna look slick. All right, so let's do this though. I mean, I can't give you this because this is my suit, you know what I mean? But we haven't done any giveaways. Let's do a giveaway. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, okay? We're gonna give away to 6 of you. Or no, let's do 3. Let's do 3, because come on, we'll be crazy. 3 of you will leave a comment down below. Let us know in the comments down below which of the vlogs so far has been your favorite, right? Which of the vlogs has been your favorite? Tell us why. And we're gonna pick 3 of you, and we're gonna give you $54 worth of the summer package. So right now, that's worth less than $54, but by the end of it, it's gonna be worth a lot. You'll get yourself a little bit of a sweat. So in the comments down below, which vlog was your favorite? Tell me why. All right, and before we go, we're gonna make probably my new favorite sandwich that I make. This butter is gonna be for the backs of the bread here, because we're gonna put it in the pan. That's the Jewish rye. We got this Unreal corned beef that's pretty damn good, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna go with some Daya Swiss cheese. It's hard to find vegan Swiss cheese. Daya is the only one I found that makes it. And then we're gonna go with some, you gotta have sauerkraut. It's not a freaking Reuben without sauerkraut. And we're gonna go with this sauerkraut here. This is Thousand Island, but it's not good. The Thousand Island I like is Follow Your Heart. Can't find it anywhere. Oh, actually I'm gonna get whole pickles, put that on the side. I'm gonna throw that together and make a mean sandwich. All right, here's the finished product. Didn't finish all that well. So here's the thing with Daya, as opposed to some of the other cheeses. It doesn't melt quite as good as some of the others. I didn't put this into, I didn't want to burn the bread or whatever. But the best cheese you can get if you're vegan is Veal Life. That shit melts good, all the things. Also, you know, let me show you while I'm at it. For pizzas, it makes so much sense. It's like a liquid cheese. It's called Miyoko's. It starts as a liquid and then it coagulates. So instead of coagulating it and then remelting it, it starts melted essentially and then you coagulate. And as far as the Veal Life, this is the one. These cheeses are amazing. Veal Life, best ones by a mile. For pizza, go with those. Daya, it's the only one that makes Swiss. Okie dokie, all right, we got drive-in video, 10K, dealer's choice. Really love this event. I have more and more of an appreciation for it each and every year. So many cool decisions to make aside from just the poker hands in terms of what's the best strategy and what game to call. Now, question for you all, question for you guys. If you were me, if you were Dean Eggs, you were Danny Negreanu, what game would you call? There's 20 different games. Badusi, Badesi, Badoogie, 5-card draw, PLO, Omaha High Limit, Omaha High Low, everything, right? What game would you call? All right, now I'm gonna tell you my strategy
for dealer's choice. I figured something out. The last one I played at the studio, I came heads up with Philip Steinheimer. And he was Omaha 8, and I was picking a game. I'll tell you in a minute. But the game I'm going to choose predominantly is, the go-to is Pot Limit Omaha. Why? Number one, Pot Limit Omaha, you can get bigger stacks, right? You want big stacks. I'm not here to squeak in the money. You want big stacks. Number two, it's generally a game where a lot of mixed game players are afraid to play. They don't want to play big pots. They just want to grind it out in smaller pots for the most part. So you can get some overfolding. You can get some, people just playing scared kind of thing. So there's that. Also, it's a game that like I said, I've been playing a lot of the last couple of years, and I really enjoy it. I think I have a good edge over the field in an event like that, specifically in PLO and short-handed even. Six-handed with a big blind ante allows you to play even more hands, right? And I'm going to play a lot of them in PLO. Now, if we're going to choose otherwise, why would we choose otherwise? Well, if I'm seated at a table with a bunch of PLO studs, then I'm not going to pick PLO. I'll go a different one, depending on what I think their weaknesses are. The other game I have on deck, aside from Omaha, you'll never believe this one. Everyone thinks they should take it out of it. I'm like, are you crazy? This is such a genius call. If you're a No Limit Hold'em player, right, and you think, okay, I have a big edge in No Limit Hold'em, here's what you need to do. Call Pot Limit Hold'em. Pot, not No Limit. Pot Limit Hold'em. No Limit Hold'em, you let, especially around the bubbles and stuff like that, you let them just jam it in. Where is this thing taking me? Oh, I went to the wrong. Okay, hold on. It's taking me home. Hold on 1 second here. Let's go here. Just make sure I go the right way, because some days it's different. Okay. You should call Pot Limit Hold'em, especially around the bubbles, because what you do is now you just handcuff these short stacks. Guy with ace queen, he can't just move in. He can pot it, make it 3.5 bigs or whatever like that, but it handcuffs him. The only difference is there's no overbetting. You can't overbet, but you avoid getting jammed on. If you open a hand that you want to call a 3-bet with, you can't. Nobody can jam 20, 30 big blinds in your face. And if you think, again, unless you're a No Limit Hold'em player who likes to be doing that, jamming 20, 30 big blinds in people's face, then, you would need to play No Limit. But if you think you have a fundamental advantage over your opponents in No Limit, Pot Limit. That's what I go with. I played Pot Limit with Philip heads up, and he did, with all due respect, Philip, he folded with a big blind ante. He folded 3 of the first 6 hands on the button. That you can't fold at all, because think about it, heads up especially, if someone limps, you can't get jammed on. They can only make it 3x. That's it. And there's a big blind ante, so you have to limp at least 100% of the time. At least 100, maybe 200. Okay, so PLO, Pot Limit Hold'em, depending on the table. Now, when would we shift that, right? There's a couple things to think about. Again, if the table's full of No Limit PLO studs, I go a different route. Now, the other thing you think about too is your stack size. When you're short on chips, those are not necessarily the best games. You want to play, if you want to survive, you want to play something stupid like high-low regular, which gives yourself a very good chance of at least not going broke in that game. Stud 8 or better as well, but high-low regular specifically because you start with ace 3-4. Even if you don't make the low, there's no qualifier, so there's a good chance you could probably stay alive with a half or a quarter of a pot, or a half. That's usually happen. All right, so that's typically a game short stacks will call around the bubble. And I'm going to be calling. There's another game that I like to call sometimes because I don't think people have experience in it, and it's Omaha High Limit. Okay, it's a very different game. Got to play loose. You got to chase and all that kind of stuff. A lot of people don't like that one either. So that's the idea here. We got to assess the table, and then ultimately we watch and we see, okay, what does everybody suck at? And you start to see, oh, wait a minute. You know what, guys? Straight high-low regular, or whatever the case may be. But PLO, Pot Limit Hold'em, sprinkling maybe some 5-card draw depending on who's there, who's not, and that's that. That's your strategy. That's what we're doing. No, this is not you. So you remember, okay, yeah, so here's what I said. I told people my strategy coming in today, and I said if I get some real big PLO fish, I'm definitely playing PLO all day. Please. So this is it. This is the biggest PLO fish I've ever fucking seen right here. Are you here? You're 119? Oh, I'm not even at this table. Never mind. I teased him. I'm 112.
I'm so lucky I didn't get that table.
Oh, look who it is. Alan, what's bothering you today, Alan?
What's bothering you today, Alan?
I managed to bust 3 tournaments in one day yesterday.
It's not a record. Many people have done that.
We're here for dealer's choice, so
All right, yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
Thrilling stuff, Alan. Thrilling stuff. Yeah, I think PLO.
Hey, Daniel.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Good,
I come play with you. All right.
All right.
This looks like the perfect table for me. Perfect table. I like it. Okay, I know what we're calling. What's your worst game? What's your worst game?
Worst game? Deuce to 7.
Okay, let's play that then.
There's no foul abuse of language.
All right, we're going to break. I got about 40,000 here. Not the start we were looking for. We're gonna have a hand breakdown in a moment. I've been calling PLO exclusive. So there's another guy who sat at my table. And he called PLO. So you're like, oh, he must be good at PLO, right? He calls PLO first hand under the gun +1. He opens. He wins a pot with the old Queen 7-7-5, 3 diamonds in his hand. So while he may believe PLO's a good call for him, I'm gonna beg to differ on that one. All right, we got a hand breakdown from very early in round 1. We'll go over real quick. But yeah, a lot of annoying little spots. It's good. So the bad news is we only have 40 of our 60. The good news is we showed up on time, so that's still plenty of chips. All right, ladies and gents, here's the hand from the very first level. We're playing 60,000 deep, so 60,000 in chips, which is a lot with 1 in 200 blinds, right? It's like 200 bigs or something. We're 4-handed. In the early going, a lot of tables end up being short-handed because people are moving and whatever. So you're obviously going to play a lot more pots. We pick up the 5-5-6-7 with the 5-6 of hearts in the cutoff, and I want to test and see what I'm dealing with. And I'm going to be aggressive, and I'm going to play hands that are like whatever. And that one's more than fine to just come in. I can call a 3-bet. We're deep enough. So I make it 500, 2.5x. The button calls, who's kind of a quirky player, let's put it that way, goes heads up to the flop. The flop's 10-9-6, 1 heart, 1 diamond, 1 club. I just give up here. I don't have any. It's just such a board that smashes his calling range and stuff. So I'm just going to check fold. But I check, he checks. Now the turn is the deuce of hearts. So now we have our little pair of 6s. We have 5-5. We have a gut shot, and we have a flush draw. And he checked the flop. So when he checks the flop, we block 7-8. There's not a whole bunch of hands that he can check back flop and then call pot with on turn. So I go full pot, 1,500, feeling I'm just like pick it up right here. But he calls full pot. Now the river is the 7 of hearts. So I make the flush and I think about, should I bet here? I'm like, no, I can't bet here, but I can check and then decide. I check. He instantly says pot. Okay. Then I have a little discussion with him. Like I said, he's a little bit of a goofy player. He sort of talked. Based on the things he said, he got me. I know he has the ace of hearts. He said as much. Question is, does he have another heart with it? Again, based on the table conversation, he fooled me. That's okay. That's going to happen. I made the call for 4,500, and he had ace, queen of hearts, 3-4 clubs. So he needed a 5 or a heart as far as what he's thinking. It's probably a fold on the turn, but it's not a big deal. It's fine. We lost that one. We lost a couple annoying pots here and there. But I think based on... Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick with PLO. I feel really comfortable. I like playing shorthand PLO. Why would I call anything else? Let's go. PL&O. I'm going to step away from the table over here because this is pretty funny. Okay, this is kind of funny. So 4 of the 6 people at my table. I'm going to tell Jeremy. We'll tell Jeremy together. Okay, so get this. Okay. At my table, right? Okay. 4 of the 6 guys are calling deuce to 7 Raz because they think the other guy's no good at it, right?
That's what happens.
Yeah, so that happens, right? So then it's this guy's chance to call again. You know what he called?
Never seen that.
I've never, it's like, what? He's like, I'm going to call it until I beat this guy apart.
Maybe the joke's on everyone else.
Yeah, it's funny. But the same guy, he called Parliament Omaha first. And then the very first hand, he opened with, Queen 7-7-5 with 3 diamonds.
The guy who called it.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
So he's better. He's better off calling this
deuce to 7. I don't know. It was funny. Anyway, you don't see that every day. Okay. Rough 2 hours. I got 16-9. It's not a lot going right. I haven't been hitting, not making any hands, whatever. Played 1 PLO pot where I lost 8K bet on turn against Ant Zeno in a PLO where I had on the turn, I had bottom, almost bottom 2. 3rd pair and 5th pair. Well, you know what I mean. It's 2 pair and a flush draw and a gut shot. And I was actually good, and I was actually in really good shape against his hand, but he ended up making a straight. I didn't call the river, so there's that. But yeah, I mean, what do we got? 16-8, I said. We'll be playing 15 and 3,000. You just got to be in it and hit the rush when it comes, and hopefully don't run out of chips before it does. What in the world was that? This dude had glasses on. I wish I could have filmed that. It was 3 eyes. Okay then. Only at the World Series of Poker. All right, so I don't know, a little antsy, a little frustrating, but not like, how do I explain? I'm calm. I'm not like agitated or whatever. Just like, it's no fun to like fold all the time and not have any hands and then, you know, not be in there. I want to gamble. I want to play. Haven't played enough. Okay, so considering the dynamic now, PLO is probably out. Still have enough to play PLO, but when you get shorter, I still could. Let's see, but if not PLO, we might switch now to stud 8. Gives us a better shot. I don't want to go high-low regular because stud 8. We might switch to stud 8. I got 17K. We'll be playing 15 and 3. That gives me 6 big bets. Oh yeah, that's plenty. Stud 8 it is. I think that's what we're switching to. That was 12,000. I now got more than I started with. We got 75K. What a nice little comeback. Went on a deuce to 7 Raz rush. Our table has probably played the most deuce to 7 Raz out of any table. A lot of guys like the hand. I made a few in a row. I got 3/4 of a big O pot with ace deuce 3 9 10. The stud 8 pot that I played. The first key one was aces with a 4 against Zeno, who had 8s and 3s on 5. I made aces up. Won that one on 6. So yeah, back in action, man. Just gotta hang in there. That's what I said. Like, you get so many damn chips in these things. You can't quit just because you lose 75% of your stack. You go all in.
And a shit
call. And a shit call. Shit call. Okay, here we go. Take a look here, Mr. Phil Ivey. He's got 1 pair against 2 pair. Huh, great pair. Only this kicking. Remember, Phil, when I said I wasn't going to put a camera in your face? Remember when I said that? I was lying. Look at you, though, doubling up. Look at that smile. Show the people them pearly whites.
What people?
There's so many people watching. You have no freaking idea, bro. Every day. They're everywhere. Raking in the chips with the... See, PLO, look at this hand, people. Look at this hand. This is Jeff. Look at this. This guy's a fucking professional over here. Where you gotta be? Right? What a deuce, fucking 5, 8, 9. And they laugh at me in the hands I play. Look at this guy. Right? Yeah? So you're tight but aggressive, I know. That wasn't either. All right, got 108, had 120 till his last hand where he made a good fold here against Dancino in a pot limit triple draw. First time playing that. Deuce 4, 5, 7, 9. 1 to come. Called his raise, and then he padded. He had a 8-6. I didn't call the river. So good stuff. Okay, so look at that comeback, right? We're at 12K. We have 108. Our game to call next, and I think we're gonna go back. You know, player dynamics have changed, but overall, I still feel like I think we're just gonna play. PLO. Let's get PLO. Why not? That's the game. That's the game of the day. We've called it every time except for one when we called stud 8 and we got really short. So we're going to stick with PLO for now. All right, we're going to do a hand breakdown from the table against Hal over here. 6 and 1,200 blinds. We're playing Big O. Big O is you get 5 cards. It's Omaha high-low pot limit. On first position, I pick up ace, deuce, deuce, 3, 8. I limp in, and Zeno limps in. Dustin limps in, Aaron limps in, so it's, limp pot. Flop is King 8 Deuce Rainbow. Check to me, I bet 3,200. Folds around to this gentleman. He says pot, and he has 39K total. So I can call 16 something. I'm not folding any turn cards. I'll put him in, but I'm like, I have an 8 in my hand. I block 8-8. I don't have any damn kings. My hope here is that he has King 8, Ace 3, or something like that. But he did not. He had just King, King, and 17 high cards in his hand. and yet, turn was an ace. I need another ace. That would have been good. River was a jack. Womp womp. So, lost that, but we still got a hundo. Huh?
Lucky.
Yeah.
Limped around. I mean,
No, you
if it's
played.
raised, I'm not
That
gonna
was
play
all
that.
skill. So, anyway, we're still doing good. All right, we'll call it a day. The beard's all janky. That's because I just got a massage and put my beard right in the freaking chair like that. We're going. We're going to try to beat the traffic. Every night so far when we've been leaving, in the parking lot, there's just a madhouse of cars, and it's annoying. We've got a long drive. We drive like a man, so, it's a 40-minute drive, but not for old Dean eggs in the Tesla. We'll do our best to get home by around 11:30. Have a nice night at home with the wife, and then back at it again tomorrow. Oh, how'd I do? Really well. Ended up bagging 159.5, which is excellent. You start with 60. Remember, I was down to 12. That is a very impressive stack of chips. Very happy with it. Played great, like I said. I don't know oopsies today. Nothing I can think of. They called it a little Omaha High Limit. Matt Glantz called that at the end. I'm like, ooh, I forgot about that one. That's a good one too. Not many people play that one, and it's intricate as well. It's a little sloppy because you can play a lot of hands. I want a nice one, calling a raise on the button. It's Queen 9-9-6 double 4-way, and then King Jack 9-3. Bet call. I didn't raise the flop because there's so many bad cards that come on the turn. I just called. Turn to Jack. Check to Hal. He bet I raise here because I blocked Jack 9, right? So, I mean, you could make an argument to call and let other people in, but nobody's coming. They're all going to fold. I raise because I blocked Jack 9. If he 3-bets me, I just fold. But 9's full. So yeah, good job. We're not even going to go. We're going straight home. Drive like a maniac. Get home, kiss my wife. Give the puppies a belly rub. And then back at it tomorrow. Very happy with the finish. Let's go, boys and girls and whatever else was watching. I don't know. Let's not get into that. Anyway, peace.